Since our advanced mechanism had never been out of there and seemed to be sticking quite a bit, pulled it out to check it out here. The one thing you want to look at is the condition of the springs on here and whether these arms actually return like they should. See, that one actually returns pretty good. This one over here is a little bit tighter, so we're going to pull these off here and lube the pins on them, check them out, see what we got. Now, what actually holds these in is the springs where they clip around on these posts right here. That's what actually holds the weights on. Get this other one off here, and they'll just clip from this post right here to the weight itself. Be careful you're not stretching these springs out when you're taking them off or putting them on, because that'll affect your weight if the springs aren't right. On some other bikes, namely Harleys that use mechanical advance, there used to be, and I don't know if there still is, there are three different weight springs that you could actually buy. There's a heavyweight spring, which sounds goofy, but heavyweight you'd use in a heavier bike because it advances the timing slower. And then for a lighter bike, you'd use light springs, or the standard springs are fine too. Just saying, that's one way to tune these things. As far as that, and some people used to get into grinding the weights down or adding weight to them. You could drill holes in the weights to lighten them up so they actually, or just put different weights on there. And you could change the positions of the pins too. Some of them used to be able to get offset pins, which were on some bikes were just basically just roll pins. You know, if you do this enough, you service these things on a lot of different bikes, you'll often pull them out of there, and sometimes they'll have broken springs or I'll show you here in a minute, the pins, like right here where the weights stick down there, weights will be worn out, or the pins will be worn so bad that the weight's just wobbling around, which affects your timing too. Sometimes you pull them off there, and I've tested them where I've thrown the timing light on there. And I'll give you an example. One bike I did, the guy had been, I took it out and rode it, and I was like, man, this thing ain't nowhere near right. It's pinging like crazy. And, you dial the timing back, retard the timing slightly, and it's still pinging like crazy. And you go back and check your points gap and check everything out. And what had happened on that particular bike, the pins were worn so far out, and the stops for the weights, because they're only supposed to fling out so far before they stop, were almost non-existent. They were there, but the timing was, throw a timing light on there, and it was, I want to say it was like 50 degrees advance. Actually had to replace the entire mechanism on that bike because it was just too far worn out. Everything on it was worn out from basically not servicing it. And timing was back to 35 degrees again. All right, these ones did have a clip on them. So it wasn't just a spring holding it on. It had a clip on top of the arm here, like right there. On this one, I went in and took one of them off. And I'll have to find some new clips for it. I think I got a box of them over there. I'm sure we can find something that'll fit, but that's our weight right there. So the pin here, when I keep saying pins, what I mean is these pins right here. Let me see if we can zoom on this thing here. You want to look at the condition of this pen as far as, this one ain't got no wear because it's only got 4,000 miles on it, or just under 4,000. But you'd want to pay attention to these. And this is where the actual arm or weight rides on there. So the weight's going to sit down on there. And if you can imagine, I'm just going to sit it on here. If it's not lubed, this thing is moving back and forth, not like this, but you get the point. It's moving probably that much, if that much, maybe that much back and forth in one spot. So for years and years and years, if it's running for miles and miles and miles with no lube on it, something's going to wear. So that's what I keep talking about. And as far as the weight goes too, you'll get wear inside of this weight here. And what you'll be able to tell is when you actually get it loose, you can, you could actually, now this one you can't barely move on there, just a little bit. Some of them you could move it quite a bit. If you see like that little amount of movement right there, I mean, this thing's practically new, so not a lot of weight, not a lot of wear. Some of them, though, you'd be able to take this thing and move it not quite that much, but probably move it 2 or 3 times the distance that it's moving now. And if you take it off and looked at it, you'd notice that now this one's, like I said, this one's in almost perfect condition. But some of them you tell off there, pull them off, and it'll have a definite egg shape to it. It'll be ovaled out. So you'd want to give those a good inspection. And this particular one doesn't use pens in it. When I say pen, some of them will have like a roll pen, not these. Some of them would have like a roll pen in here that sits down in a little slot inside the housing here. And that pen would wear, so when it go out, imagine that roll pen wears and it flings that thing out farther, which is going to advance the timing more. Now these here actually stop on the housing like here and on the other side. So they're only gonna go out so far. So we're just gonna say that if you wanted to change you wanted to run more advance on it, but you didn't necessarily want to run the timing more advanced. You want the advance of the cam, the advance of the ignition. Basically, the weights just fling out further. Think of it like this. This cam is moving. These arms are what's moving the cam to give it more advance. So just for whatever reason you wanted to run more advance, you could actually grind this body down like here where the stops are and here, but you'd have to be perfect on both sides. Or if you wanted to limit the amount of advance, you could add some material here, just a little tack there and a little tack there, and then grind it down to get it where you wanted to. But that's like really old technology. Newer stuff, I'd probably want to put an electronic on here. I'm not going to, but you could on some bikes. You're better off going with an electronic ignition than you are this point stuff. Because as easy as points are, you require maintenance. And this is part of that maintenance, is pulling the advance mechanism off there and screwing with it. So I'm going to put this thing back together, and we're going to follow the points down, put the points back on there, and see where we're at. Let me put this thing back together now and lube it. So we're going to clean it off real good, and I'm just going to use Never Seas back on there with put it on with a little cotton swab, just very little bit on the part where the advance cam goes on. there. It's a little sticky right now. Not sticky, but it's got some kind of probably original grease or whatever they put in there. You don't want to put a whole lot on there. This thing has to move freely. So we're going to lube it up, and I'm going to clean it right now, and then we'll lube it. Okay, we're all lubed up and checked out. Make sure it returns good, and it's slinging the weights out and returning perfect. Now, what you can do too is just use cable luber in there or some kind of spray lube. I've never had this one apart, so I wanted to take it apart and at least make sure that nothing was really worn out on it. You can just pull the points cam off. That's probably the most important one. And make sure that it's lubed down inside of there. Little Never-Seez or something, liquid graphite works good. Liquid graphite or spray graphite's probably a little easier, but you'd still pull it off, at least pull the cam off, wipe it off good and inspect it, make sure it's not worn. Make sure the advanced mechanism body isn't worn or the inside of the cam there. So we're going to go slap this thing on the bike down, put the points on and adjust them and get back to it. See what we got. My battery did come in today, so I'm going to go grab that thing and slap it on the charger too. Fill it up and slap it on the charger. And while we're doing this, all right, you do have a little slot on the back of the points plate here. It has to line up on the cam there. When you put it on, so just be aware of that. Don't just stick it in there and jam it down. And you'll feel it slide in there. And once it's tight on there, check your cam again and make sure that it's actually moving.